What's up, everybody? Out on the freshie. The Talaria Komodo. I'm calling it the lizard. Over here at this super fun little circle motocross practice track. Out here to kind of dial in my suspension. I'm gonna rip this single track that rips back in the cove there. I'm over here at the fish cove. And I'm gonna dial in the suspension. I just barely adjusted my compression on the front to the middle of the clickers. The bike came with them all the way soft, and I adjusted the rebound to the middle as well. It was all the way fast. On the rear, I did, I believe, 10 clicks of slowing on the rebound, and I think 6 on the high speed. And I didn't touch the low speed yet, so it's all the way soft. High speed is about 6 in. 6 or 8, I can't remember. And then I added about a half turn of preload to the spring. So far, loving it. Swapped on these tires. This is the IRC M5B Evo. It's a 110/80/18. So far, that's the best rear tire I've ever tried. I'm loving it. And I got my all-time favorite 90/90 from Wiggs Racing, the Z pattern. Really like this tire because of the side wall tread pattern. Hooks up when the bike's on its side. So far, I'm absolutely loving this little ripper. Anyway, I'll get this suspension dialed in. Alright, I'm here at the starting line for this single track. First time ripping it on the Komodo. Starting at 341. 3, 2, 1. That suspension already feels way better. It's a big bike. big. Last time I ripped this was on the baby start. This bike is a whole nother thing. Oh! Slipped in that mud right there. There's some gooey stuff out here. This bike is that holy sh**. This spit that out and said, "Thank you, can I have another?" I'm in a sport. That's the middle. Monster. I'm just trying to hold on here. Oh! Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Well, that's number 2 down. Usually good for a few of those, right? Whew. Let me know in the comments, is it a good name? Blizzard. Otherwise known as the Talaria Komodo. Ooh, that's tight. Do not sleep on this bike. This thing is a weapon off-road. Oh, Lord. Coming in hot. Not so hot actually, but coming in at 1549, 349. I can't believe how comfortable I feel on this bike. It feels and handles really similar, like I've said before, to my custom built Ultra Sting. This bike just feels so much stronger. The swing arm, the rear shock, the power's more. This thing's a ripper. I just ate that single track like it was nothing. Probably the easiest I've ever had, not counting the little laydown. This rear tire is incredible. I don't know if I really like those. My feet keep slipping off when I'm giving her hard. I could probably go a little more on that. Go one more on that. And then let's go one on that. So I'm like 8 clicks in on the high speed compression and 1 click in on the low speed on the rear shock. Halfway was 13, 14, 15. So now I'm 15 clicks in on the fork. The rebound felt pretty good now that I slowed it down a little. Not too bad, yo. For an out of the box bike. So, shout out to Talaria on that. The throttle mapping feels, and I've said it before, feels just like my EBMX. Pretty close to how I have my MX4 tuned. What up there, brother? So far I'm at 44 miles. So we're just kind of getting into the break, getting through the break-in. I almost shorted that jump. Let's go. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's a different day, a different week actually, and we've had some healthy progression on the suspension dialing on this Talaria Komodo. I'm now at 104 miles on the bike. I just changed out my gear oil. That was some pretty nasty stuff that was in there after 100 miles of braking. Previously, I added about a half a turn of preload on this rear shock. Quickly found out that was a mistake. And now I'm at about 3/4 of a turn from stock, less of preload, so lighter on the preload. And actually that is far better for this. Feels way better. I was getting some, after I had added that half a turn of preload, I was starting to notice quite a bit of bucking, and like it felt even worse on the balance. But after taking some preload out, it feels much better. I've slowed the rebound quite a bit. 6 clicks in from all the way slow on the front fork, and I think about the same on the rear shock as far as rebound goes. So it's almost all the way slow, about 6 clicks out of like 27 or whatever it is. I think I'm still 15 clicks on the compression, 14 or 15. I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'll leave that. I'm about to rip some single track. It's okay, soft. What do I think about the suspension at 100 miles? Pretty much the same, you know. I think it's the best suspension we've seen from Talaria. And I think for like casual trail cruising and like light motoing, it's gonna be fine. For like an entry level suspension, I'd say it's probably mid-tier. But as I start to push this bike really hard, I'm really starting to notice it's leaving quite a bit to be desired. One thing on this high speed adjustment, there's no clicks at all, and the low, due to how it's mounted, the low speed wants to turn with it. I still have the low speed all the way soft, and the high speed is about in the middle of the compression, and I'm not quite bottoming out. Feels pretty balanced right now. Anyway, I figured I'd throw this into the video. It's me in the future, check it out. Just since I've been able to rip it and have time on it, I want to be giving out the most honest review I possibly can. And I think out of the box, entry level, not bad. Probably the best suspension we've seen from Talaria yet. But if you're looking to push this to that next level, you're gonna end up wanting to upgrade your suspension. I definitely am. I'm eyeballing that Cirrus F43 pretty hard, the 260 mil variant, and I'm really hoping we can get Cirrus to develop us a rear shock for this bike. The Ultra B rear shock and this rear shock are not compatible. This shock's a couple inches longer actually. The rims aren't quite what they're cracked up to be. I've already bent this front rim, hitting obstacles really hard at really fast pace, and my rear rim is also a little bent. Not very premium. So there's that. I thought I'd add. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. Catch you in the next one. Peace.